If you're using AI tools, GraphQL is the best query language for your APIs. If you are using agentic coding tools, you probably came across a situation where your coding agent is hallucinating endpoints or tries to query fields which do not exist. With GraphQL, it's easy to solve this, and I will show you how. Let's start with an example to understand the differences between REST and GraphQL. Let's say you have an e-commerce project where you store order data. An order consists of multiple line items, a user, a shipping address, a billing address, and an order amount. With REST, you have predefined endpoints which always return the data in the same structure. But to know what the structure is like, you have to actually call the endpoint, because even if it's documented, the documentation can be outdated. With GraphQL, you have a self-describing predefined format which tells you exactly what the structure of data is like and what type the data has. Furthermore, you can exactly define which fields you actually want to fetch. So let's say you want to sum up your order amounts. With REST, you have to fetch all of the order data and get the correct fields out. With GraphQL, on the other hand, you can say you only want to fetch the order data and leave everything else out. In the age of AI, the benefits of GraphQL are even greater. Due to the self-describing nature, you can be very sure that your AI agent will not hallucinate any endpoints or fields. Furthermore, because you can define what kind of data you actually need, you don't over or under fetch, so you also lower your token usage. With the introspection feature of GraphQL, you can also be sure that your AI agent will have a deeper understanding of the complete data model even beyond one endpoint you want to call. If GraphQL has so many benefits, why is not everybody using it instead of REST? That is because GraphQL comes with some additional complexity which can lead to issues within your project in the long run. First of all, permission handling is much harder in GraphQL. With REST, you have endpoint level permissions, where in GraphQL you have to make sure that your permissions are as you intended them to be, even across multiple layers of nested data. Secondly, with GraphQL you can build self-referencing loops which can take down your system or DDoS yourself in the worst case. Third, you have another big, if not the biggest problem, the N+1 problem. Let's go back to our previous example of order data. Let's say you want to fetch all of your orders with the customer data. In REST, you only need one query which fetches all of the orders with their respective customer. In GraphQL, you need one query to fetch all of the orders and one query for each order to get the customer data, thus leading to N+1 queries in GraphQL compared to only one query in REST. Last but not least, GraphQL also adds more complexity when you want to call your GraphQL endpoints in your frontend compared to simple REST endpoints. With the rise of AI, we as developers went with GraphQL for our Backend-as-a-Service platform pylo, solving all of the issues I mentioned before in a developer-friendly way, making pylo the best fit for your project, no matter if you're writing code by hand or use agentic coding tools. So if you want to see how we tackled the problems GraphQL comes with, you can hit us up in the comments or go to pyloapp.com and check out our closed beta.